Okay, today we're going to be talking about our coordinate plane. So a few words I want to go over is that first one, and I highlighted it yellow for you, and that's a coordinate plane. And that is where we have the plane that is formed by two number lines, one horizontal and one vertical. And where they intersect is that 0, 0 line. So you can see I've got a horizontal line right here, and then I've got a vertical line coming straight down, and they're perpendicular. They're making that 90-degree angle. And that is what makes a coordinate plane, that plane being that nice flat surface. The next one we're looking at is our x-axis. Now our x-axis there is that horizontal number line. So this right here is what we call our horizontal x-axis. So that's our x-axis, and that's what we're going to label it here. And then the next word is our y-axis. Our y-axis is the vertical number line. So our vertical number line, that one right there, is our y-axis. So let's go ahead and label that. Whoops, I'm moving my pen all around here. Is our y-axis. Now the origin is the point where those two axes actually intersect. And they have that coordinate point of 0, 0. So this right here where they both meet is what we call the origin. And that again has a point of 0, 0, an ordered pair of 0, 0. Now we're going to look at quadrants. Quadrant kind of sounds like quarter, or if like a quad when people go ahead and ride on the desert on the sand. What does quad mean? It means 4. So that quadrant is 1/4 of the coordinate plane, and it's bounded by two sides by those axes. So when I look at a quadrant, we number the quadrant, and you can see there are 4 areas that it's broken into, and those are the quadrants. How we number those quadrants is we use those Roman numerals. When I usually ask people, where do you think quadrant 1 is? Most people pick 1 is here, 2 here, 3 here, and 4 here. Unfortunately, that is not correct. So when we go ahead and look at it and I say, nope, try again, I'll have some people say this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. But again, unfortunately, that is not correct. The quadrants are actually starting where both the x and the y are positive. This right here is quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2. And that's where the x is negative, but the y is positive. Quadrant 3 is this section, and that means the x and the y are both negative, and this one is quadrant 4. And again, notice how they are using Roman numerals to name those quadrants. Now the last vocabulary word we have here is our ordered pairs, and it's kind of like a directional map on how to get to a point. So it's actually a pair of numbers, and that pair of numbers is the name and location on that coordinate plane. That's what the ordered pairs are. And how they are written is you can see right here, it's inside the parentheses. And the x is first, the y is second, just like in the alphabet. Your x is going to be first. But remember, our x-axis is our horizontal number line going left and right. So that first number is telling you to either go left or go right from that origin. And left obviously means negative, and right should be your positive. Now the second number is going to either tell you to go up or to go down, because we're going to go up or down on that y-axis. And it makes sense that if the number's positive, I'm going to go up. If that number's negative, I'm going to go down. So when I go ahead and look at this first ordered pair of 1, -4, that means I give you the directions here. You're going to start at the origin. Since the first number is positive, I'm going to go right 1 place. The second number is negative, I'm going to go down 4 places and put that point. So if I wanted to go ahead and put that negative, or that 1, -4, excuse my clock there, I'm going to go right 1, and then I'm going to go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to go ahead and put that point. That would be 1, -4. Where the other one is asking you to do 0, 3. Again, 0, if I start at the origin, 0 means I'm not going to go left, I'm not going to go right, I'm going to stay there. And then that positive 3 tells me to go up 3. So if I'm looking for you to put a point on 0, 3, stay at the 0 and go straight up 3. Put that point, and now I've got 0, 3. So it's telling you how to get to a location on your coordinate plane. So let's look at some examples. For tonight's homework, I'm going to ask you to identify the quadrant that a point might be in. And I'm just reminding you where those quadrants are. So the first one I did for you and said, okay, A. Well, A is in that top right upper, I think I put, upper right corner. So that's going to be your quadrant 1. Looking at B, B right here is in that upper left. And that upper left is quadrant 2. So that's all you would have to do is write quadrant 2. You're telling me what quadrant is it located in. Now look at C. C, right here, is not in a quadrant. It's on an axis. And when you look at that definition from before, a quadrant says it's bound on 2 sides by axis. So this is not in a quadrant. It is on that y-axis, and that's going to be my answer for it. For D, looking at where it is, that's on that bottom or lower right side. So that's going to be in quadrant 4. Now looking at example number 2, that's going to be like numbers 5 to 10. All I'm asking you to do here is to put a point on the graph. So on that first one, I've already done it for you. Remember, that first number is asking you to go left or to go right. If it's negative, I'm going to go left. If it's positive, I'm going to go right. So here it's a -3, so I started at that 0, 0, and I went left 3. But that second number was 0, which means don't go up, don't go down. Stay right there. Now let's go ahead and look at that second one. 2, -2. So that first one is telling you left or right. I want to go right 2. The next one is -2, so that's going to tell you to go down 2. So go right 2, down 2, and you should have that point, and then you need to label that point. Last one here, 4, 3. Positive 4 means go right 4. Second number is 3, that means go up 3. So let's try that. 4, right 4, up 3, put your point, and then label it. And last, example 3, it's going to be like 11 to 18. And I'm asking you to now give me the directions to get to the point up from example 1. So I already did A. How did you get to A? Did you go left or right? From here, you went right, so it's going to be positive. And then you had to go up, that's positive, and you had to go up 2. So your ordered pair would be 1, 2. Now let's look at B. For B, starting at that origin, are you going to go left or right? You're going to go left. 1, 2, 3, 4 places. So that's going to be a -4. But then you have to go up 2. So that's a +2. So your ordered pair would be -4, 2. So we're going to put that -4, 2. Now let's look at C. For C, start at that 0, 0. Are you going to go left or right? You're not going to go left. You're not going to go right. You're going to stay right there in the center. So that's a 0. But now you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines, which would be -6. So for C, 0, we didn't go anywhere, and then we went down 6. Last, for D, here's D. I'm going to go, if I start right here in the middle, am I going to go left or right? I'm going to go right. 1, 2, 3, 4 places, and then I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. So that ordered pair would be +4, -4. So that's a nice introduction to our coordinate plane. If you have any questions, write them down and bring them to class, and we will work on it.